you let me dream that you're mine again for just one dance, to let my blue heart pretend I'm just a fool and I can't get over you. So let me dream if my dreams can come true. I know you remember what we used to have.
I don't want to brag, but sometimes I am just such a bad bitch. This is the heaviest piece of furniture I've ever had. Moved, like, it barely got in this room for the first place. It was such a shit show. I had to hire a TaskRabbit just to help me get up the stairs and move it and whatever, it was the whole thing. I slid it onto the old mattress topper I had to cushion it, to push it over by myself, put it down. Then you have to put one side of the feet around the door so you can swing it around, swing it into my other bedroom, my now office. I'm just so proud. Well, maybe I'm literally counting my eggs before they hatch, but it's seeming to be working, and I thought I was gonna have to hire someone again. But I'm gonna do it by myself. I wouldn't try this at home, but sometimes I'm just so good at lifting things. Like, something I will say my parents did a good job of when I was a child was like manual labor.
You wanna throw that all away? How it makes me feel so sad. Won't you let me dream? Oh, what else can I do?
I cannot believe I just did that.
Won't you let me
Look at my boob sweat.
if my dreams can come true? I know you remember what we used to have. You wanna throw that
I switched my
all away?
office and my bedroom around because one, the AC unit for upstairs only can go in the room that is now my bedroom, and I really like sleeping when it's not just so hot and muggy. I like cannot sleep in that temperature, and so I really needed to switch it. And now I'm realizing like having the bigger room to be like a creative space actually feels really nice and inspiring, so I'm glad I did that. So I've just been really working on that. Really, again, trying to refocus on like respecting my space and also just like appreciating my space. More focused on keeping things clean. Little moments where I like stop and I look at my bathroom tiles and how beautiful they are, and like they're such a nice color of purple, and I get to live in that little bathroom and it's mine, and that feels really nice.
You wanna throw that all away? How it makes me feel so sad. Won't you let me dream? For what else can I do?
Hello vlog, folks. I have been doing a really horrible job of vlogging, so I feel like this vlog is gonna be over the span of at least like a few weeks. Hopping back in, I've been sick for a week again. I got sick again. Devastating, which is fair. I was going kind of hard for a while and I had a lot of plans. I was very busy, and I am always the one to get sick. So remember my last vlog how I had said a little reminder of that health is all you have, don't take it for granted. And now here I am. I took it for granted. I was not balancing my schedule. It is feeling like fall. Oddly, go for a walk. I need to get some steps in, a little exercise that is like low key. I'm realizing that I most definitely have a sinus infection. I went and I bought a neti pot. I've never used a neti pot before somehow. Flonase, I'm on like day 8 of being sick, so I feel like I could probably get antibiotics at this point, but we will see. I want to try to see if this works first, because I just worked on fixing my gut, and to put antibiotics in it, I'm like, no thank you. But like, I feel like it's gonna just feel like it's touching my brain, and I don't want to feel that.
This table was such a journey. I'm so glad I made it. I love this table and I don't agree with any of the haters. Don't worry, there's already plaster just falling off of it in chunks. Yeah. It's rustic. It's rustic. This could be 10 million years old, imported from Greece, for all we know. I do love the top of it. Like, this in theory is wonderful. Maybe I will do something else with this concept. A whole table, though, has proven to be not my best work, but pretty fun. Like, I love this. I put a little match in there, a used one, with my little ashtray that I made myself. Put some little lucky die, a shell. I mean, like, I think it's beautiful, but yeah, it's gonna go up in my office space, I believe, because the other day I was in the car with my friend and she was like, hey, do you want that table like around the corner from my house? And I looked back and this amazing table, the amount of times I have searched low square coffee table, vintage low coffee table, has been every time I check Facebook Marketplace. This beauty, it's massive, which is perfect because I feel like a massive coffee table is just like lends to creativity. It has like little, like someone must have put some type of like topper on it all around it because it has like sticky edges, which are proving to be really annoying to get off, but it's so pretty and it's perfect for my stools. All's well that ends well. This table, it's about to be like a massive thunderstorm, so I had to finish it, and I'm glad that the weather finally made me finish it because I swear it would have been sitting outside of my house for probably until I moved out. So glad the neighbors can stop talking about it. They probably think I'm literally such a kook, but c'est la vie. Okay, I don't know if this is gonna interest anyone, but I am like having the wildest epiphany I've ever had in my entire life because as of recent, and I don't know which is true or not, I still need to look into it with my psychiatrist this month, because I was starting to put a lot together and I was thinking that I potentially have ADHD or ADD, which people have said to me for a long time. Even commenters are like, hey Jenny, maybe you should look into this, blah blah blah, because I talk about a lot. Then one of my big problems is losing track of thought, being distracted easily, like going from one project to the next, and I never get anything done. I have a really hard time like organizing tasks to get them finished. Yeah, so I was looking into that recently, right? But obviously not pre-diagnosing myself before I even actually get like tested for it. However, I was on Thrift Books the other day. I look at this book title, it pops up as suggested. Refuse to choose. Use all of your interests, passions, and hobbies to create the life and career of your dreams. Somehow I have already done that, but I still have so many problems with like my interests being all over the place. Basically, this author is talking about scammers. This is what she's coined it, and that's what she is. And as I'm reading this very first like anecdote of this woman, it's just like, yep, like everything it's saying is so accurate. Like, she stands in front of a large table in her garage. She's looking at two projects she started but never finished. To her left are 2 straw baskets of brightly colored yarn, a tube of glue, and a package of construction paper. Looking at them almost makes her mouth water. She's always happy doing crafts and promised a scrapbook to a friend many months ago. She tries not to look at shelves behind the table where her clay rests inside the plastic bag next to some small wooden tools. When she has more time, she'll make this ceramic piece she thought up of. A great idea she had a while ago, looking through some antique pictures in books a while back. Skipping forward, I'm reading all this and I'm like, is it just like having ADD, like because it's going from one to one, like, oh, but I should really make this costume for my 8-year-old, but I also, what if I set up this electric piano and just played a few tunes on it before, and then it's like, no, I have to actually do this. Then suddenly she remembers that everything she sees thinks of sparkles with potential and pulls her attention. She wants to do them all, but she's totally stuck and ends up doing none of them. She sighs and walks out to the fresh air and remembers she wanted to go for a run today. I'm like, this is just how my brain functions all day long. This whole time while I'm reading this, I'm like, well, maybe all this is like just people have ADD undiagnosed. And then it says, Elaine doesn't have attention deficit disorder. She checked it out with the doctors long ago, and she knows that when she's involved in any project, she doesn't get distracted by irrelevant things. So what's stopping her? Why is she so indecisive? For that matter, why is she interested in so many things? Why is she a great starter, but then she runs out of steam and leaves a trail of unfinished projects behind her? I hope this also resonates with some of you. I have never related more heavily to something. Like, I feel like I could cry because I feel really seen. Right now I have 500 t-shirts and sweatshirts in my closet of my bedroom because I wanted to do craft projects and print on them and naturally dye them. And they've been sitting in there for months. I also have my jars that I bought that I wanted to make kombucha with. I have my guitar sitting in my living room for months. I did start playing that. I do think I'm getting better at sticking with things slightly because I started noticing my pattern of I can never stop things. I have all my oil paints set up upstairs. I haven't finished the painting. My boxing thing that's stuffed in my closet in there that I have literally not boxed in like 3 months. Like, I just get these like magical ideas that feel like so compelling to do and start. They still light me up, but I just have so many that I want to bring to fruition that I cannot finish a single one. That is like the root of a lot of my problems of feeling stagnant all the time. I don't know, I'm gonna read this book and I will let you all know. You guys should read this book if you want to, but I just had to go off on a tangent. That was literally wild.
¿Estás? Sí, en eso. Claro, también el sistema hospitalario, viste, es así.
I feel like I have been spending more time at home lately, which I'm trying not to feel bad about. I've been kind of leaning into it as an opposite. One, recognizing like where I am in my cycle is actually so huge. I know a week out from getting my period, I just like crash really hard. It's always like a hard week for me. Energy is low, mood is very moody, and just like lower. Like, I'm just feeling like I want to be alone. I'm not like enjoying being around people as much. And noticing that is like, it's validating in the fact that I know it's not necessarily something I'm in control of. Recognize that where I'm like, oh, it's like clockwork. So that's good to know. I feel like I've been enjoying my alone time or like being inside alone when I'm like, that's what I'm choosing right now because that's what I actually want to be doing. It's a fine line. Like, yeah, my downtime has been just like reading and watching new movies and shows and like cooking more.
and like trying new recipes and just like doing these little solo things that I like. It has made it feel better, where I'm like, it actually is feeling like a recovery perhaps, instead of just like beating myself up for wanting to be inside for a few days. So that's kind of where I've been at, but I'm finally feeling like I'm moving on to the next phase. I might leave my house. We don't know. I'll let you guys know. You'll find out in the next vlog if I leave. Stay tuned. But I do have some videos coming up this week, so I will see you all so soon.